It's Drive 105.
Drive 105 is a community radio station. It's a third-tier radio sector that was introduced by Ofcom quite a few years ago now, and its main purpose is to use radio as an opportunity for the community and the general public to engage with issues and gain experience in a variety of skills using the radio format.
My name is Paul Derry, and I got involved with Drive 105 about 6 years ago.
I started with Drive 105 about 4 months ago. I retired after 39 years working for a multinational company, and I have a passion for music and especially for radio, and I thought this would be a great way to start off my retirement.
My name is Paul McElwee. I am a researcher stroke producer here at Drive 105.
An empty slot came up on a Friday afternoon and they put a shout out for volunteers to help out the station, and I just put my name forward to Felix at the time. How I got involved with Drive 105 was the director, Richard Moore, had asked me almost 12 years ago, could I stand in for the former presenter here to do the sport? And I said yes, I'll give it a shot, and that's how really I got really onto Drive 105.
I came here in August 2010 at a time where I was in between contracts and jobs. My confidence was really low, didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I found myself with quite a lot of free time. So I do have an interest in music, an interest in sport and a few other things. So I decided I might get in contact with Drive 105, see if I can get someone involved in one of some of the programmes, because it's always been something I've always wanted to do.
I listened to the radio all the time at home, and they said they were looking for volunteers. So I phoned up a lady called Bernadette, was here at the time, lovely lady, and she was on holidays, and a guy called Felix Seeley asked me to come down and give me a wee interview on a Tuesday and told me to start on the Thursday. And that was a few years ago, and here Preston was still here.
I was in another station before that, and it closed up, and I was speaking to Richard one time, and invited me down, and I would say it's one of the best things ever happened to me in all my career.
Saturday morning mishmash is what it is. A mishmash is a bit of everything, about a 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, right up to date, and requests in between. So it was a busy show on a Saturday morning, and everyone's phoning in for all their different songs and all the rest of it. We had a two-tune takeover at 11 o'clock, and you'll get them phoning in for their favourite artists, their best two tunes back to back.
I do a country show twice a week on Drive 105. It's called Connie's Country. It's country music from, well, all over the world. The country music has no limits now, because it has grown and grown and grown since I first took over a mic at 27 years ago. It's
a drive show once a week on a Friday, 3 o'clock to 6. It's a mixture of a bit of everything, aimed sort of at the, you've got the school run from 3 o'clock and you've got the rush hour from 5 to 6, so there's a wee bit of everything in there. From you're trying to please the age group of, say, my age group, of the early 20s.
Well, the big show on a Monday night, and of course the vinyl hour, which is on a Tuesday, and then now I'm having a crack at the news programme on a Thursday evening, and on Fridays now, starting this month, a little bit of Drive Back, I'll be hosting it. And then on the Saturday end, it's Ask the Read Bit, where anything happens.
Well, my songs, as it says, songs of Bessie, that's way back in the 50s, 60s as well. I like Perry Como stuff, Ella Fitzgerald, Nat King Cole, Frank Sinatra, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I have a lot of listeners, because we don't get a lot of that stuff now on most programmes, because it's nearly all rock, pop and stuff like that. So I'm most thankful for all the people who listen in, send me a lot of requests and texts and phone calls. So I'm very happy, and I'm glad that I'm getting a wee bit of comfort to somebody outside, and that's what my program's all about.
Whenever I first started off here at Drive 105, I was presenting the Tuesday Night Hit List, which is a collection of music from the charts and from the noughties. Then, around about 8 months and being here, I had then started a duet with Paul Gold, and this ran on a Monday and Tuesday afternoon. After a few months, Paul had to go off on full-time employment, so then I took over the slot, and then it became Deeker in the afternoon. and now it's the drive time on a Monday and Tuesday with the current, which runs from 3 to 6 p.m. On that programme I play a selection of music that some would find very nostalgic across the 70s, 80s, 90s. I like to think it's music that people who listen to the programme really enjoy. On top of that as well, I promote a lot of local acts. I bring them in live for some live sessions.
And this is Drive 105.3. It is lunchtime on Drive with Mickey Ferry here. And some news just broke of recent times here. Contractors FP McCann and TD O'Kane have been appointed to deliver a new state-of-the-art art facility for New Buildings Community and Environmental Association.
Have a look at today's news, see what's relevant to the North West, particularly within community events, because we are a community-based radio station. And then I would just go on, find the relevant contributors, phone them up, see if they can come on, and then whenever the programme starts, I'm there behind the scenes.
Could be your neighbour coming in the door about community events. You never know who's walking in the door, who's talking to you. It's just a wheel that goes round and round and round, and you're lucky if you're here on the day when certain people are here.
Whatever is going on in our community, that the rest of the community knows about it and has the opportunity to engage with it and has the opportunity to in some way contribute towards it. Radio provides that. Somebody sitting at home may feel, I have no say, how can I input into that particular discussion topic? Well, if Drive 105 is covering that issue, is involved in that issue, all that they have to do is lift the phone or send an email and they're part of it.
Just keep yourself settled down, calm down in the seat, and think what you want to say. Ask a question, sit back, and let whoever you're interviewing and do all the talking for you. And the less you say, the more they say. And if they're struggling, try and prompt them an RV question. That's the best way I can explain it.
And in addition to that, we have people come in here, for example, all ages. The ages range here from 16-year-olds to 76-year-olds. At the moment, we have about 40 volunteers. And, you know, some are on air, some work behind the scenes.
Well, I first started off as a presenter. That was sort of my goal, just as a presenter on the Wednesday 3 to 5 slot. And then this position came up then after the full-time person left. So I was asked then would I be willing to take on the administration of the station, and at times, so I thought yes, I would give it a try. You know, I'm enjoying it. I'm here 5 days, Monday to Friday. I would try to be here maybe from 10 o'clock to maybe 1 o'clock or 2, and basically whatever needs to be done, that's what I'm trying to do, because I want to learn a little bit about radio, behind what happens behind the scenes, I feel like. So recording, things like that, news, so wherever there's a need, I'm trying to help out.
On the personal side, there's a group of us here who look after outside broadcast. Well, as you know, outside broadcast, we do approximately about 100, and that's including the Derry City matches. Well, we go to the likes of all communities here in this city, i.e. we go to the Irish Community Centre, we go to Cairnhill Community Centre, we go to the Craigan, we go to Abbey Street, there's so many places, Brandywell. So we've really, over the last 5 years, we've really covered over all the different various communities. Not alone that, we do different volunteer fairs. We're in the Millennium Forum, we go up there, and I'm sure yourself has been out quite a few broadcasts. We do live broadcasts where could be bands or out on the road. We've done the flag show, which we've done this year, which was a great success.
I think what's really important about a station like Drive 105 is it has community support, both to make it continue. We're like everything else. We have electricity bills to pay, we have rent to pay, we have our licenses to pay for. So we need to raise funds to do that. And how we're doing that is, well, we're not allowed advertising, so we're not allowed to take money from advertising. So we rely on donations to the station, and we rely on fundraising events like the Drive Factor, which is one of our talent competitions that we run. Events like that to raise money to make sure the station is able to survive. It's a charitable organisation because there is no profit here, in the sense that there's no business element, there are no shareholders, there's nobody making money as a business like you would get, say, with a commercial radio station. So it's not a business enterprise. So Drive 105 has charitable status. the money that we raise or make from Drive 105 is ploughed back into the development of the station. So why are we doing all that? Why are we buying recording equipment? Why do we have studios? Why do we have outside broadcast equipment? The reason why is so that the people, the volunteers that come in here are able to get experience in a way that they can't get anywhere else. Real live experience of researching, preparing and presenting radio shows.
They're very professional in Drive 105, and there's always people there to help you out. And as I say, like as I get older, like, you know, it's sometimes a bit harder to learn, but I must say that now I feel like a professional.
I've got a 100% recommendation for Drive 105. There's a massive outlet for especially young people nowadays that doesn't realise what a radio station is. They switch on a radio station or they hit a button on a laptop, phone or whatever it is, and they're getting music. They don't realise how much background is involved in a radio station, the preparations, the people around it, the people look after it, the people who clean the place, everything involved. It is absolutely for everybody.
Be prepared, be yourself, and, well, the third one I would say, work hard at it.
I would recommend coming to Drive 105 to all volunteers, anybody that's got an interest in local media, maybe even somebody that, like myself at the time, were very low in confidence, want to meet new people. It's very inclusive here. There's always help at Drive 105 if you ever have any needs. We are great to help you set up. There's some experience. We're great to try and embed a bit of routine in your life if you happen to be unemployed or just have some of this time with you on your hands.
If you want to come and do your research, it's a very good resource because you've got everything that's very community based. You've got all the contacts here, and it'll help you kind of build up your contacts and build up your confidence about speaking to like politicians, or maybe if you've got somebody a bit more famous coming on.
Not even any young person, for any person maybe that feels that he's got a few hours left and take it on that step further, because there's so much here that they can learn from production to researching to producing. And I would highly recommend it to anybody to come along here. And I would wish people to come along because we do so much here.
People have gone to university, study media, because they've come in here and had experience. So we would, volunteers can contribute quite a lot to us, but I also think that Drive 105 offers quite a lot to volunteers as well.
On 105.3 in your community, it's Drive 105.